Welcome back guys to another Platinum Speedrun. This one is for Stray, just been released on PS Plus Extra and Premium I believe. Yeah, it's on Steam as well, I don't think it's on Xbox, but yeah, it's on Steam. Yeah, we're getting all the trophies here along the way, doing it all in one playthrough. That does include a speedrun and you have 2 hours to do it in, and this takes me 1 hour 45. So you've got 15 minutes to spare. If you want to know how I'm doing, just look at the time of the video, and that's sort of what time you should be at that point in the game. When it comes to how the counter works for the timer, you can pause the game, that is fine, it will not add to the timer. Yeah, you can pause the game, that is okay. So pause the game, watch me back, do it yourself. Pause the game again, watch me a bit more, that is completely okay. When it comes to restarting from checkpoint, or if you die and press X to retry, that will add to the timer. But it doesn't actually add to the timer until you die until you get to the next checkpoint. So if you sort of restart from checkpoint 5 times, and each time that took a minute, and then you spend another minute and get to the next checkpoint, that will add 6 minutes on. Do you get what I'm saying? Same if you die. But the way around that is, instead of restarting from checkpoint or retrying, you need to quit to the main menu. Yeah, you need to quit to the main menu. If you quit to the main menu and reload the save from there, that will not add the time. So yeah, the best way to keep up with me is to pause your game, watch me back, and also if you need to retry, just quit to main menu and reload the save file from there. Like I say, as soon as you get to the next checkpoint, all time will be added. So just make sure you never restart from checkpoint if you want to keep up. It's not the end of the day if you do go over 2 hours, it just means you need to do another quick speed run at the end. It's not a long game, but along the way, although we are going to be getting 100% and doing a lot of missed things along the way, I will point out just the essentials in order to progress the story in case you do need to do a speed run afterwards. This first bit, all you need to do, talk to the 3 cats, your buddies, and then go sleep next to them. This first chapter is called Inside the Wall, and all you need to do here is scratch a tree. There's a trophy for scratching in every chapter, and some chapters only have 1 spot to scratch, some chapters have multiple spots, but it's quite tricky to keep track of this trophy. So if you forget if you scratch in a chapter but don't really remember which one, it can be tricky to work all that because there's no way to track it. So when you're going through this with me, just pay attention to when I'm giving you advice. If I advise to scratch, yeah, give yourself a good scratch. But yeah, cutscenes, you cannot skip them. So even on your second playthrough, you can't skip them. And they do add, I think they do add to the time. But they're not too long. They're not too long, the cutscenes. Once you get control back and you've done sniffing the floor, yeah, just run up here. There's a trophy for meowing 100 times. All you do is spam circle. But you can just do that. You can even spam circle during cutscenes. But this is the first scratching point. So come over to this tree, give it a good scratch. Now make sure you do press the alternate buttons, L2 and R2 or whatever on the system you're playing. Just pressing triangle and then leaving it does not count. You actually need to physically scratch it. So yeah, just make sure on each scratching point you actually do scratch just for a few seconds to make it register. Yeah, so scratch that tree guys, and then carry on. All you need to do here is just navigate to the end of this chapter. It's pretty linear, this one, and I'll join you back in a bit. Yeah, you fall down here. This is all story related. Just pick yourself up and carry on. And in a second, you should get your first story related trophy. The embarrassing first trophy, missed jump. And once you pop that, you'll also come to the next chapter, Dead City. To begin with this one, just follow my lead. Still a little bit linear. Just jump around and make your way to where I'm going. And a bit of platforming to begin with. Once you climb down into this flat where you've spilt paint everywhere, yeah, it's going to be a rug you need to scratch. Again, just make sure you do physically scratch a rug. Don't just press a prompt to start and then cancel out. Press L2 and R2 so you physically scratch it just for a second or two. And then come outside, jump in the bucket and carry along the path a little bit more. This is one of probably two of the enemy types in the game. Yeah, the enemies are varied in this game. So many different enemy types. You've got these and one other. There's a trophy for dying 9 times, and this is just a good spot to do it. So all I do, I just die I die 9 times here, and just get that trophy out of the way. I do actually die a few times throughout, but I just get out of the way here because this is a nice, good spot. There's a checkpoint just before it. And yeah, quite easy place to get out of the way. But if you remember what I mentioned at the start, checkpoint reloads will count towards your timer. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get the trophy for dying 9 times. And then I'm going to actually quit to the main menu and then load the save file back up. And that should cancel out all, well, it will cancel out all that time I've spent dying. Because as long as you don't go to the next checkpoint, you can quit the main menu, and that will cancel out all the time you spent reloading and take you back to the true time you was when you first hit that checkpoint. So yeah, I'm just going to die 9 times, and then we'll start the next bit. This is next trophy. It's one of the it's the hardest trophy in the game. So look, very, very random based. There we go, now a cat with no more lives. So now I've got that trophy, I'm just going to quit game and then reload the save file, and that will reset the time back to the true time we first at that checkpoint. For this next trophy, we need to do this chase sequence without getting grabbed. If you get grabbed, just quit the main menu and then load the save file again. Remember, we do not want this time to register. Yeah, so if you get grabbed, you'll know when you get grabbed because you'll have a circle on you. Now the way to avoid these, it's very RNG based, and like I said, it's the hardest trophy in the game. You need to try and keep your distance from them, and then when you get so close or you see them jumping, try and zigzag to avoid them, just like I'm doing. Try to take my path. Like I say, it's very RNG based. This bit right here is the trickiest bit. What I normally do, I just sort of run at them there, and as I get close to them, just zigzag towards the wall on the right, and then stick to the wall. A lot of time they will grab me in that narrow alleyway, but yeah, sometimes they weren't, and that alleyway is the trickiest bit for me. And you saw how I avoided the rest. There is one point when the path splits and you can go left or right, but yeah, just try and follow my lead there, guys. Like I say, try and keep distance and zigzag when you see them and jump in. They don't actually grab you when you run into them. You can actually touch them, that's okay. They can only grab you when they jump. Yeah, so just bear that in mind. But yeah, once you've done it without getting grabbed, you'll get that trophy like I just get, can't catch me. And then once you got that, just start making your way through the level again. Yeah, that trophy's very, very RNG based. If it's annoying you, then just come back to it later. Just come back to it, go on with the rest of the game. But yeah, like I say, that's the hardest trophy, so it's not going to get any harder than that. And there's the only one which is RNG based. Yeah, as you can see, going inside these barrels, yeah, this is sort of a mechanic. You can go inside barrels like this, hollow barrels, and run inside them to move them across, and then use them to jump up a bit more. when you reach this fan, you need to take the plug out of the wall to deactivate it, and then just drop it down on the floor and jump up to it, and this will take you into the next chapter, the flat. This is a very short chapter, but first of all we'll come in here. I'm going to scratch the rug. Yeah, give it a good scratching, and I'm going to go press a few buttons on the keyboard. You can try and press very specific buttons. Log into your online banking, go into your Gmail, whatever. Don't worry, this is all incognito. Just keep spamming the buttons, and eventually, once it says about the door, normally you can move off once you've input enough wrong commands, and this door will open. Come in here, push that lever down, and then we need to get 4 plugs. The first one's on that shelf, that top shelf, and plug it in there. The next one's on this middle table. You can do this in any order, by the way. Lob that in there, get that plug from there and put it in another socket, and then get the last one, which is on top here. That console, that's one that moves when we pull that lever, by the way. That's it. Once you've put all 4 plugs in the sockets, a secret room will appear. That trophy there, a little chatty, that's for meowing 100 times. Just keep spamming circle and you'll get that eventually, guys. Yeah, push this box off and this little toy will fall out, B12. And come and put it on this little sort of 3D type printer looking thing. And that should give him life. Upload all the data to him. Yeah, this is your new companion. Who needs cat friends when we've got B12? Yeah, this guy will not let you down. It's live. Yeah, you get a trophy, not alone. That's another story trophy. Grab the key off the key hook, and then come over here, and you'll get a new piece of garment. And just like a typical cat, you're gonna act all really weird when you get a piece of clothing on you. It'll pass. Just a little stage we all go through. Yeah, but I want you to open your inventory just so you know, just so he knows that you know what you're doing. And then come over here to the key panel, use the key, and you'll open the door. And then come over here to another panel and input the codes 3748. Yeah, 3748. And that should unlock the door. And then carry on down on the bucket zip lines and into the slums. You'll get a postcard here and your first memory. There's 27 memories in total and you have to collect all these. Now the 5 memories at the top, that little grid you just saw, the 5 at the top are actually story related, and all the others are ones you have to collect yourself. The other 22. And you probably didn't notice it here because there's only 1 memory on this chapter. But whatever chapter you're on, when you open the memory grid, the sort of tracking grid, some of the memory slots that have not been collected yet, they'll be semi-highlighted. They'll just be a different colour. And what that means, that actually indicates how many is on that chapter. So if you open your memory slot and you've got some which are sort of like a little bit grey, sort of a little bit more highlighted than the others. Not sort of orange or blue like has been collected, but it's sort of got like a grey highlight. That means how many are actually on that chapter. So yeah, that's just something good to know. And like I say, the top ones are story related, the top 5. So this chapter, the slums, this is like a big sort of open world type chapter, sort of. You've got a big area here, and you can sort of move all the way around it, and there's a lot of collectibles in this area. Yeah, this area isn't so much linear. You've sort of got like a big sort of settlement you need to explore. But I take you through all you actually have to do in this area to progress. So if you're doing a speedrun, you only need to collect the notebooks. So you have to obviously talk to the Guardian here, and you need to go and get all 3 notebooks, and then go up and see Mama and give Mama the notebooks. You still have to show the Guardian the postcard and Mama the postcard, yeah, but if you're coming through a speedrun, show Mama the postcard, go up to Mama's house, show her the postcard, and obviously get the 3 notebooks beforehand, and take the 3 notebooks up to Mama, and then she'll give you her notebook, and then you can progress to the next chapter. Yeah, you'll get that trophy, that's story related. Cat got your tongue. That's for talking to Guardian, and B12 will translate him. And now everybody knows it's good. They're no longer allergic to cats, and they'll open all the doors and come out to play. When you get control back, what you want to do first is talk to the Guardian and show him the postcard. And he'll direct you to Mama's house like he just did. And then what we're going to do, we're going to come over here, we need to try and push this basketball into that bin at the bottom. Just nudge towards it very slowly and try to obviously line it up with the bin. And if you land it in, you'll get that trophy. Boom chakalaka. Boom chakalaka. Yeah, if you fail that, just restart from checkpoint and try again until you do it. And obviously, if you spend too long, we start from checkpoint. Once you've got a trophy, just quit to the main menu and then load your save file from title screen just to reset all that time back. Now you climb up here and talk to this guy. You need to press triangle on his sort of hip for that prompt. And then once you get a viewpoint like I do, just keep pressing circle to meow and distract him and make him drop the paint. What an absolute wally. Yeah, don't stand there, mate. Go down, help clean it up. Yeah, so much paint in this game. So we're going to go up into Mama's house now, and you actually have to come up here, part of the story, but not so early. If you did want to obviously save a bit more time, you get 3 notebooks and then come up here. But because I want to get all the collectibles out of the way on this chapter, we're going to get them all now. And one of them would involve actually coming up here, getting a collectible, and then going back down. That's why we're coming up here, and then going back down, and then coming back up here a bit later. So we're going to get this memory off the wall, just in the back room. And I actually call this one, Memory 9. Yeah, Memory 9. And then we're going to come in here and get a sheet music. That's sheet music number 1. Yeah, sheet music number 1. And then come in here and be an absolute dork and stick your head in the paper bag. And you get a misc trophy. I was going to say random then. Yeah, you get a misc trophy. Curiosity killed a cat. Yeah, what's in this paper bag? Yeah, check it out. See if you can find anything inside. Yeah, it pretty much reverses your controls, but it's only temporary. And then once you got this, come outside Mama's house all the way down here and press a button on this vending machine. Don't worry, you don't need to pay, it's free. And you'll get an energy drink. Make sure you pick up the energy drink. Do not forget, I have forgotten in the past. And then come and stand here on the sofa and keep spamming the remote to change the channel. That's it. See what's on Cat NBC at the moment. Any cat nudity going on? Can't think of any cat movies. Garfield. Is Garfield on? Yeah, you get a trophy. Once you've gone through all the channels, you get that. Tele chat. And then we're going to jump up here, come in this sort of library. And there's another sheet music here. That's sheet music number 7. And they're going to come to this room in the corner and interact with the note on the bed, and you'll get the keys. So yeah, get the keys from the bed by interacting with the note. And then jump on these books in this middle aisle next to the L and the M section in the bookshelf. And then once you jumped on top, the books will fall down and it will reveal the safe. And interact with the safe by using the key. And then get Doc's notebook from inside. Now, if you're coming in for speedrun, if you're doing that separately, you need to get Doc's notebook from there in order to progress. So that's one of the notebooks which you need to progress the story. Come back outside afterwards, and this vending machine is very difficult to actually find. Yeah, it's just in between these two buildings. So yeah, this is the orange vending machine. Again, it's free. Just scratch at it and it'll lob another energy drink at you. Pick it up and then get back up to the roof. And then come along this pipe and onto this sort of rooftop here, and grab the sheet music off this table. That's sheet music number 2. Yep, and then come into this little flat and grab sheet music number 6 from on the shelf at the bottom of the bed. And come into this back room, the little computer room, and grab Clementine's notebook. That's a notebook that you need to progress the story. That's another one of the notebooks. So that's 2 of the notebooks we have. You need 3 more. One more if you're just wanting to move on with the story. Now what we're going to do is jump over to this rooftop. There's going to be a memory up here. And I call this one memory number 6, just because it's in the number 6 slot on the memory grid. Yeah, the way I number it is going from left to right, and once you get all the way right, you just move on to the column below, the row below, but start from the left again. So we're going to come in here. I'm just going to scratch on this rug. I meant to do this when we first started, but I forgot. Yeah, so just scratch on that rug. Just make sure you scratch for a few seconds, and then rub yourself against the guardian's legs by pressing triangle at the prompt that appears near his leg. And then we'll come up here, and we're going to jump upside this building to reach the top. Once you get to the top, we're going to take out the power pack to disable this fan. Yeah, this one here. Yep, and then jump to this fan once you stopped into this room. Jump on this pile of boxes. Jump down and then fall over. And inside you'll find the last notebook. Balthazar's notebook. Yeah, so if you're trying to progress the story only, this would be a 3rd notebook you need. And now you can head up to Momo and show Momo the postcard, and then give him all 3 notebooks, and he'll move on and show you how to get to the next area. Yeah, but for platinum purposes and doing it all in one playthrough, we're going to come out that window next by scratching the blinds so it rolls up, and then come down here and get another memory. This will be memory number 11, which I call it. Yes, memory number 11, and then jump down to the bottom of the alley. And we're going to get a 3rd energy drink from this blue vending machine over here. Yeah, then once you've got that, we're going to come around this corner. And this is where that paint fell down. You remember the paint? That makes that person open the door, lets you come into here, and they can get the... What's it called again? Yeah, the super spirit detergent off that table. Yeah, then we're going to come down this alley into the corner and get memory number 10 off the wall here. And then we're going to get a 4th and last energy drink from this white vending machine just left of that memory. Once got that energy drink, we're going to head back to where the Guardian was, the robot in red. I'm going to head just down the steps near where that basketball was from earlier. I'm going to talk to this. He's like a vendor. You can buy things from him. So we're going to interact with the electric cable. I'm going to give him the super spirit detergent in exchange for the electric cable. Then we're going to interact with the sheet music and give him 1 energy drink for that. Yeah, that is that's sheet music number 4. And we're going to buy memory number 7 from him as well for the last 3 energy drinks. And then once we've got all them items, we're going to come into the bar, go upstairs, and up here you're going to find another memory just on this table. This is memory number 8. Then I'm going to come on this table over here and find sheet music number 5. And then once you've done that, you're going to come see Grandma. You're going to talk to her and you're going to give her the electric cable. And then once you give that to her, she'll make the poncho for you. Once you get the poncho, rub yourself against Grandma's legs by interacting with the prompt that's on her leg. And then come over to this door, Elliot programming, and scratch the door. That'll cause somebody to come out. Just keep scratching until you move away automatically. And when the door opens a little bit, come in and grab the sheet music inside. That's sheet music number 3. And then come up the steps and get memory number 12 just up here at the left of the steps. And then once you've done that, talk to Elliot and give him the poncho. This is sort of story related, so we will actually have to get the poncho later. Yeah, the poncho, you need it later part of the story. Yeah, but we're doing it now. So yeah, so I guess to progress the story, you'd have to get all 3 notebooks and you'd need to get the poncho. So that would mean getting 1 energy drink. You can get 1 energy drink from not, you know, just down the steps from the Guardian anyway. And then obviously once you spoke to Elliot and gave him the poncho, open the window by scratching the blind so you can jump out, and then come over here and rub yourself against these 2 punks, Zach and Rico. Rub yourself against their legs. Then once you've done that, come over to this little corner next to the Guardian. Come down this hill, and in this alleyway of trash is a safe. Grab the mysterious password from the front and then input the code 1283. Yeah, 1283. Input that code on the safe and then grab the final sheet music from inside, which is sheet music number 8. Now what you need to do is give all sheet music to the music player here, Morosk. You normally have to listen to him play the sheet music before you can give him another, and obviously it's going to waste a lot of time. But the way to avoid it is once you've gave him a sheet music, yes, you have to give him to him one by one unfortunately. Once you gave it to him and you see the checkpoint icon appear in the bottom left corner, you know that it's made, indicating that it's made a save. Just reload from checkpoint and that will spawn you back there after giving him the sheet music, so it'll be saved, but it will cancel, it will stop him playing the music, so it lets you skip that. So each time give him a sheet music, reload checkpoint, give him a sheet music, reload checkpoint, and do that 8 times, and on the final one you'll see what happened. You'll get a badge and a trophy. Here we go, you'll get a music badge and that trophy, Meowlady. Yeah, there's a lot of cat puns in this. Yes, that music badge, you need all 6 badges for a trophy later on. So that's the first of 6. And now we're all pretty much done. So all we've got to do now is go back up to Mama. And I'm going to give Mama all the notebooks which we found. Yeah, so remember, to progress the story, all you need to do is get the notebooks, and you need to get a poncho. But you don't. You can actually get a poncho later. And yeah, once you come back up and talk to Momo, you need to show him the postcard, or her. Yeah, show her the postcard, and then she'll give you Momo's notebook. And then what you want to do now is show her all 3 notebooks: Doc's, Clementine's, and Zabaltazar's. And then once you've shown him all the notebooks, she'll move on towards a window and open it for you. And you can move on into the next level, which is Rooftops. I'm just going to do a quick to main menu just to show you what time I'm on. So I'm on 30 minutes 52 at the moment. You should be roughly around there. Like I say, we've got 15 minutes to spare at the end. So if you're too far above that, it could be very tricky. But once you loaded it back, you're going to come here and you're going to scratch on that rug. Yeah, on that scratching point. So yeah, do not forget to scratch. Very, very important. Scratch for a few seconds. Remember, otherwise it won't register. Now we need to avoid these enemies. Don't worry, you do not need to do this bit without getting grabbed. We've got that trophy done. Well, I hope you have. Unless you're leaving it till later. And you've got the good stuff to look forward to. So yeah, to make your way along here. And eventually you're going to come across another memory. And your memory is here. Yes, this one's memory 13. And then carry on. This level's pretty linear, so we'll just carry on. And you see there, can you see that memory? How it's their second story memory is sort of semi-highlighted, and memory number 14 is semi-highlighted as well. That means you can find their memories in this chapter. Yeah, so just carry on, guys, and I'll meet you in a bit. Yeah, so I just wanted to say, who thinks they're playing Final Fantasy VII at the moment? The remake. How similar does this look like to the factory type level in Final Fantasy VII remake? It looks almost identical, doesn't it? It's crazy. But yeah, this bit, it's like a little puzzle. You want to wait till all the Zergs actually come inside the cage. Wait till they all come inside, and then press a button. And what that will do, that will open the door next to you, but close the other side, and you can quickly jump across, and then the Zergs will get stuck inside again trying to get to you because they're not clever enough to try and jump across. Yep, and then obviously you've got to move the barrel across and then jump up and move across a crane. And head over here. Hopefully we'll bump into Tifa and Cloud. Yeah, the next memory will be coming up shortly. The next memory is over here. This is memory number 14. Yeah, memory number 14. And then at the end of the chapter, you can get memory number 2, which is story related, so you can't miss that. And then what we're going to do, similar to what we've just done, you're going to hack that to open that door and let all these guys out, and then you're going to quickly come around here. They're all going to follow you, I'm going to jump up onto this these boxes that are covered in a red cloth. But we want to make sure they all come into this area. That's it, like so. If any of them are still on top of that plank, just make sure they jump off. Because once you jump down here, if they're not in that sort of little corner where you jumped up, they will come back around to you. But if they're all stuck in that corner, they will not follow you around. And then you need to roll this barrel and use it to jump onto the floating beam above it. You can actually run over the Zerks when you're inside a barrel, by the way. And in this next bit, you need to press a lever, which I forget to press when we initially come up here, just for a second. Yeah, so it's actually a lever just on the right, and yep, I just remembered. So press this down and it will start lowering the little elevator you have to ride, and you need to avoid the enemies. One of two enemy types. Yeah, you need to avoid them as the lift is coming down to you. So yeah, pretty simple to do. Just be ready to spam circle just in case they do grab you, like so. Yeah, I've sort of got my finger ready sort of next to it just to spam it quickly if I need to. Yeah, just keep running around, avoiding the enemies. And once the lift has come down, you need to jump onto the boxes either side of it, and then jump onto the top and jump down into the cage, and then hack it to make it go back up to the top. And then once you get it to the top platform, the top part of the roof, interact with the point in the middle on the wall to place a receiver, and then go and jump in the bucket, and you also get the story memory number 2, and you'll move down to the next area, which is the slums part 2, back in there. Once you're back here, yeah, this is the next chapter, the slums part 2. We're going to scratch this rug in front to begin with. Yeah, make sure you scratch it for a few seconds. Come around to the TV for a small bit of dialogue with B12. And then once you've got that dialogue, you can actually come up to the panel near the window, and B12 will hack it and open it. You can jump out. Yeah, so now we need to head down to the bar, if you remember. And in the bar it's going to be Mama, well, just outside. And what you're going to do, you're going to follow her and then jump on the stool next to her, and then you'll start a little cutscene and just go through the dialogue during the cutscene to progress the story. And then after that, you're going to follow Mama to Seamus's house. She'll reveal an event for you which you can go in, and you're going to go and see Seamus. And then when you find him inside the house after you go through the event, you're going to show him Doc's notebook. And once you've got Doc's notebook, you're going to go and interact with a picture on the left side of the desk on the wall, and it'll fall off and reveal a little key panel. On that key panel, you're going to input 2511. You'll see me do it anyway when we get there, but I'll just say one more time, 2511. And then once you've done that, it will open another secret area. What I'll do, I'll just skip ahead, and I'll come back when we do enter Seema's house, just so I can explain all there. So I don't want to explain it all right now. It's quite a bit to explain. Yeah, so the code, guys, it was 2511, and then you come in here and you push this box off and the broken part will fall out. Yeah, you pick it up and then Seamus will come in. You need to talk to Seamus and show him the broken part, and then he'll go and open the front door for you so you can go back outside. Once you get back outside, you need to go into Elliot's house and give that broken part to Elliot, and he'll fix it for you. But he will only fix it for you if you've gave him the poncho. So if you're doing this just because you try and get a speedrun done quickly, but you don't need to collect any of the collectibles, to get the poncho, I mean, we have it already, but if you just, like I say, if you just try and do a speedrun, you'd have to go up to the top, make the guys at the top on the rooftops throw in the buckets, make them drop the paint bucket down below so the laundrette opens. Then you go inside, get the super spirit detergent, give that to the vendor, exchange it for the electric cable, give the electric cable to grandma, and then she'll give you the poncho, and then you can come and give Elliot here the poncho. And then you come over to Elliot, you give him the broken tracker, and he'll fix it for you. And then once you've got the fixed one, you come back in to see Seamus and show him the fixed tracker, and then he'll lead you to the next area, guys, so just follow him there. SLUMS will give you a new badge in a minute, the Outsider badge. This should be badge number 2 of 6 that you need. And then once you go through this door, you should begin the next chapter, which is called Dead End. So first of all, we're just going to come down here to the end, and then we're going to go left. Do not go right, because you'll go down a ramp and you will not be able to get back up without restarting chapter. Yeah, this is it. Memory number 15. Just come down the path, go left, and you'll find it near the shutter. Yeah, memory 15. So once you've got that, just go the opposite way now. Down the slope, and you've got a little chase sequence here. So let's get past the chase sequence, and I'll pop back in, guys, once we get to the next collectible. Yeah, this is the next collectible, memory number 16 on this dead robot. Make sure you do not go left at this little fork where we came through this hole in the fence, because if you go left and jump over the fence with the wheel leaning against it, you'll not be able to get back. Yeah, so do not jump this fence until we've got memory 16, which we just got. And I'm going to come over here and we're going to head into Doc's house. That trophy, catapult, that's just for jumping. I think it's for jumping 500 times. But I've literally got that coming into Doc's house. I've got it in the same place before, so I've platinumed this a good few times testing this. Yeah, interact with this mannequin, by the way, after talking to Doc, and you'll find another memory. Yeah, memory number 17, and then come over here and scratch the wall. Make sure you scratch the wall there. Do not forget to do that. Obviously, make sure you scratch it for a few seconds as well, and then interact with the defluxer, and then follow Doc back upstairs. Yeah, that trophy, catapult, that's for jumping 500 times. I think if you try and go through this quick, you're likely going to get it here, just from all the jumping you're doing just throughout the game up to this point. Yeah, so more than likely you got it before I did. But you shouldn't be getting it much later than this. I think that's almost story related. But Doc will give you a fuse once you come back upstairs, and then we need to jump out and go and place a fuse. You basically got to follow the cables and put a fuse in the panel which will lead you to. Make your way back to Doc now. But give him time to kill the Zerks. Just make it easier so you're not going to die. Yeah, obviously do not go past the front wall of his house, because otherwise he'll not be able to reach you with the torch. That's it. Once he's killed them all, you can come back into his house and continue the story. Yeah, once you come back and seen him, he'll unlock the front door for you next. He'll give you the defluxer. Well, we sort of retrofit it onto B12. And use it as much as you can in this chapter, because you don't have to. But in the next one, you're not going to get to use it, because there's a trophy related to not using it throughout the next chapter. Yeah, so this chapter is all you're going to get to use it. So, yeah, if you want to experience it to its fullest, do it now, because you're not going to be able to later. It's pretty cool. I mean, it kills these little enemies quickly. It's just you can't use it for too long, because it sort of burns out and you have to wait for it to recharge. Yeah, but what he's going to do, he's going to open this gate, and then you've got to go along, move the barrels, and then roll one across, use it to jump into the vent to get into the building. And you need to open the door from the inside by pulling a lever. Yeah, so carefully kill all these with your defluxer. But just be careful if one of them does grab you, because it's quite easy when there can be one stuck on your back and you think you've killed them all but you haven't, but you're still like clinging onto your back. Yeah, so just be careful if any do jump onto you that you do actually kill them all properly. And eventually, once you kill them all, the dog, he should open the shutters so you can get out and back to the slums, and then you can go to the boat and move into the sewer, assuming you've done everything you need to do in the slums, which we have done. I'm just going to restart. Sorry, not restart. I mean quit to main menu, guys. Just to show you what sort of time I'm at. So there it is. I'm at 54 minutes and we're going into the sewer. The sewers is chapter 8 and there's only 12 chapters. So we're getting close there. Now what you need in this chapter, do not use your defluxer weapon on your light on B12. Yeah, so whatever you do, do not use L1 or I think left on the D-pad as well. Yes, you do not use them. You have to get through this chapter without killing any Zerks. Yeah, so if you do actually kill one, just either, well, quit to main menu and reload from checkpoint again. Load the save file back up from the main menu. Yeah, if you accidentally kill a Zerk. But yeah, we're going to be on a good long raft ride now, which is going to take a good few minutes. So I guess this could be the toilet break. Once you dock for the first time, you need to sort of, not dock, but when you get stuck, you need to jump out, come around here, pull that lever, and then avoid these Zerks for a minute. Try not to go into too many sacks, because obviously then the Zerks will burst out. So just try and destroy as minimal amount of sacks as you can, so there's less Zerks to deal with. And then once Guardian. Yeah, I forgot who that was for a second. Once the Guardian comes back across, comes past you, you can jump onto the boat. Mama, it's Mama, not the Guardian. Once you get here, you'll have to talk to Mama again, otherwise she'll not go up and try to open the door. Yeah, she'll just stand there, so make sure you talk with her again once you get the option, and then she'll go up there, try to open this door, and she'll open it just enough just so your cute little cats can get through. And there'll be a collectible coming up, so pay attention, guys. Yeah, as you come down here, there's going to be a crossroads. Now we're going to go left. Now be quick, there's loads of sacks, and quickly jump up to this sort of tunnel. If you're really quick, you shouldn't let any Zerks grab you. And then through here, it's the memory. Yeah, this is memory number 18. And obviously once you got that, backtrack back to where you were. Now when you jump down, there's going to be like a lot of zerks. So just be ready to spam circle in case any grab you. And then obviously just carry on along the linear path. Just remember, do not kill any zerks at all costs. Do not kill any. This bit's not too bad. Yeah, not like that, the very first sequence where you had to do it without getting grabbed. Yeah, eventually you'll get to the end, you'll jump down onto this pipe, and that's an indication that you're clear. So when you jump down here, go left and follow this path I'm going, because this is going to lead to another memory. And it's going to lead you to memory 19. Yeah, this is memory 19. And there's no other collectibles in this chapter. All we've got to finish doing now. Sorry, there's a scratch. There's a scratching mat. Yeah, tell a lie. Yeah, there's a scratching mat. Yeah, do not forget them. Yeah, but other than that, all we've got to do is get through the rest of it without killing anything. Yeah, so in this room, obviously try and avoid the sacks if you can. That's what I'm doing here. And you need to activate one terminal, and then you need to go all the way back and around the other side and activate the other terminal. Yeah, so you activate that one, and you got to go back the other side. Once you've activated one, some zerks will start dropping down. So just to avoid them best you can, get rid of spam circle if you need to, and yeah, make your way to the other terminal, hack it, and then go through the door once it opens. Once in here, there will be a scratching pad. Here it is, the scratching mat. Do not forget to scratch here. Yeah, so make sure you scratch here for a good few seconds and then carry on. Yeah, it's going to be a little chase sequence here, but this is quite an easy chase sequence. Just get to the end, and then assuming you haven't killed any zerks, the pacifist trophy should be yours. Yeah, it should pop there it is. Any second. Yeah, pacifist, gold trophy, get through there without killing a zerk. Okay, so what we need to do now, give B12 a few nudges to wake him up, get him to hack the terminal, and then jump into that fan and make our way into the next area, Ant Village. But it's no ants. To start off, once you reach here, you'll get another story memory. There should be memory number 3, there it is. And before you do anything, we're going to come up and talk to Zed first. Baltazar. We're going to come and talk to him first, because until you do that, B12 isn't going to be very cooperative. You won't want to do anything. So yeah, come up here for this little cutscene, and then we're going to head back down a little bit. Yeah, come back down here, and there's memory here, a memory. There should be memory number 20. And then scratch on the sofa. So another scratching point for this chapter. Obviously make sure you do physically scratch it a few times. Don't just press triangle and then circle to leave it. And come out here onto this branch and grab the purple plant. 3 plants we need to get, and then come here and jump onto the table to get that trophy. Catastrophe. Disrupt, then play Mahjong, and you'll get that trophy. And then jump into the bucket, come down, and we're going to get the red plant. Yep, grab the red plant from there, and then we're going to make our way back up past Baltazar. And once you get to sort of cafe area, jump down this pipe and get the yellow plant. Now we've got all 3 plants. That's all we needed. Obviously you've done the scratching point, and you got the memory as well. Yes, you're going to come up here, just carry on a little bit further up, and you'll find the florist, Mallow. Give Mallow all 3 plants. You got the red, the yellow, and the purple, what's it? Yep, and he'll give you the plant badge. All good florists should have one. Yep, they carry on up and keep going up the pipes, and then follow the pipes across and into Midtown, the next area. Chapter, should I say. This is chapter 10, Midtown, And once you reach the subway, you're going to get an automatic memory. This is one of the story memories, and this is memory number 4. Yep, once you got this, you're just going to head up the escalators and then take a right to find another memory. Yeah, you've got this memory here just on the right, and this is memory number 21. And then rub yourself against a guy wrapped up in the poncho, and that should give you that trophy, Cat's best friend. That's for rubbing yourself against 5 robots. Yeah, don't worry, robots cannot get aroused. Doesn't matter where you rub them. But if you haven't got that yet, don't worry, I'm going to point out some more to you to rub against. Catwalk, that's story related when you get to Midtown. And scratch against the sofa. Yeah, so when you come up here, take a right and scratch against that sofa, guys. Very, very important. Make sure you do the scratch. Can't emphasise that enough. I rub myself against that guy just outside this shop we jumped into. And then jump up here to the safe. And the code for the safe is 8542. And in that safe with the code 8542, you'll get the cat badge. Once you've got the cat badge, you're going to come out here. Yeah, there's a lot of collectibles in this area. This is another sort of kind of open area similar to the slums. There's going to be a lot of collectibles here. But this will be the last sort of big area. Yeah, you're going to come up here. And up here is going to be memory number 22. Get this and then jump in the bucket to get back down to the alley. And then go out of the alley, turn left and jump into the barber shop on the left. Yep, and then once you get into the barber shop, go into the little roof space where you're going to find memory number 23. Yeah, once you've got that memory, jump back down, jump out the window and head into the restaurant just across from you and to the left. And in the restaurant again, we're going to jump up into the roof space. So just make your way upwards. And in here, you're going to find memory number 24. Once you've got this, go back outside. And if you need to rub yourself against 2 more robots, there's 2 robots sat outside on a sort of table and chairs. You can rub yourself to both of them. Yeah, these 2 here, you can rub yourself against both of them. So with that, that should be enough to get a trophy. I think that's 3 extra that I rubbed against. So we've done a lot of extra rubbing, and there's nothing wrong with that. Next, we're going to come over here, and we're going to sort of make our way up, and we're going to find a very well hidden little cell. Yeah, this is very well hidden, this. Yeah, make your way up here. And once you get to the top here, you'll see the sort of the cell window. Jump inside and you'll find a corpse on the floor, a robot corpse. Loot him for the police badge. I think we've only got 1 badge left to get. We've got 5 now. Yeah, now we're going to make our way back down, and now we're going to make our way up into the apartment block to meet Clementine. When you first meet Clementine, yes, show him the Clementine picture to begin with. Now that advances the story a bit more. They follow him to this wall and they talk to him when he stops, and he'll give you the contact message. After that, we're just going to make our way back down the apartment block to the floor below, and we need to destroy 3 cameras, because you've got to do this to get a cassette from the guy below. So you've got 1 camera here. All you've got to do, guys, is jump onto it and that'll break it, as you can see, because you're a bloody heavy bastard. Yep, and then jump up here and jump onto this camera. That's camera number 2. 1 more left, and it's just over there. Yep, jump onto this camera to break it. And I'm going to go down to that guy with the white hoodie sat beneath the tree, and there's going to be a cassette tape on the floor next to his feet. Pick it up, and because we've destroyed all 3 cameras, he'll let you keep it. Yeah, with his nice little flip-flops. Yeah, once you've got cassette tape, you're going to come into the bar, which is through here, and you're going to climb into the shelf, onto the shelf in the back room, and push off the crate of beers onto the drunk guy below. And I'm going to follow him to the hat shop, where he's going to lead you to. And then when we get there, we're going to jump into the box and let him take us inside. Just follow him and jump into the box, as you'll see me do. That's it, just like Solid Snake. Although our commands are a little bit limited. Unfortunately, we can't move in the box. We can only remain stationary. So just do that. Just stay still like a stone, and then once he puts you down, jump outside and grab the worker hat from the window display. Once you've got the window hat, we're going to come outside and we're going to head into the clothing shop over here. You're going to go in the back, interact with the stereo, the ghetto blaster, and you're going to put the cassette tape in it to start some banging tunes. And you're going to come into the front because that will distract the worker, and you can grab the worker vest from the display at the front. And you come around here, talk to Blazer, the guy in the little leather jacket. Talk to him and show him the contact message. And then after showing him the contact message, you want to give him the worker jacket, and you also want to give him the worker hat. And then once he's got all them goodies and he's fit for business, you want to jump into the box and it'll take you inside the factory Solid Snake style. Yeah, I had to reload here twice because I got caught. Now you need to do the rest of this chapter without getting seen at all by these sentinels. Yeah, these little floating droids with the cameras. Yeah, you cannot get seen by these at all, guys. So if you do, quit the main menu and reload the save file and just try again. You don't spawn back too far, spawn back in that box, it's not too far away. Yeah, but make your way here, just follow me. Just be careful going as fast as I can. If you want to play EC, just watch where their surveillance is covering, and obviously try and avoid it the best you can after you've seen their patrol pattern. Yeah, once you get here, you need to hide behind the bags of rubbish on the pulleys. Yeah, almost ran into there. You can normally get to that one quickly, but you have to sprint straight away as soon as you leave the previous surveillance area, which I didn't. Yeah, and once you get over here to the barrels floating in the swamp, grab the worker keys from in that little box. Yeah, worker keys, guys. Make sure you get them. So that's going to lead you to the last badge. And then once you get across here, pull this lever, and that's going to open this door leading back to the previous area. Now just be careful, remember there's 2 surveillance drones in here, 2 sentinels, and that first one, he patrols. It's got kind of a big patrolling area, so just be careful. Come over to this worker and give him the worker keys, and he'll give you the Neko badge, which is the last badge, and that should pop that trophy. Badges, if it doesn't pop, because you've missed one somewhere. Yeah, now be careful coming back across. Remember that sentinel, like I said, he does have quite a big sort of patrol pattern, so just be careful. Yeah, I was going to wait for this the cage of trash to come back, but I saw you can just nip past him there, and that's the first time I noticed that. But yeah, so we're done with sentinels for the time being, but there is going to be more later, so it's going to be more you got to avoid later. But don't worry, as long as you've avoided them all, you've not been seen at all, when you do trigger another checkpoint, you can just restart back to that checkpoint, obviously by quitting to main menu and reloading the safe, and that will still be okay, as long as you've not get seen up to that checkpoint. Now in here, you're going to activate the photocopier, or the Cubot, as I like to call them, so like a cube shaped, and it's a robot. You want to drag it over here, then use it to jump over the fence, the mesh fence, and pull the lever to open the gate, and lure one of the Cubots onto this panel. Yep, and then press him off, and then lure the Cubot onto the other panel opposite it, this one here. And then once you've done that, the device in the centre should lower, and you can roll the barrel over onto the final panel. And then once you've done that, you can grab the battery from that centre little device, grab the battery, and then you can exit, grab the ride the bucket zip line back down to Midtown. Back in Midtown, you're going to come up here and into this room, which is now open. This room is locked until you come back to the factory, and you're going to get a memory here from that sentinel picture on the wall. Yeah, as you can see, this is memory number 25. Yep, now we need to head back up to Clementine's apartment block, his flat. Now there's going to be some sentries. Again, we need to avoid these without being seen. If you get seen here, then just quit to main menu and then load up the save file again. Yeah, be very careful. Just watch my lead. Just try not to run into... Normally if you run into a little box on the floor, loose box or bottle, something like that, it will make noise. Yeah, you know, if you sort of run into something that moves around, it makes a bit of noise, and it can make the sentinels turn around and look in that direction. Yeah, now before you jump over there to the path where Clementine's house is, just watch out for that sentinel which just came up, because sometimes you can't see him because he's right in the corner, and then he'll come up, so just be careful of him. And then once you're in the apartment, come to the clue board first, and you'll get that little item from the clue board, the mysterious message, and then come back into the living room, pull a pink cloth to pull a drawer out, and then jump up into the attic. You've got to examine all these 4 items in order to leave the flat, by the way. Yeah, first interact with this one. That'll give you the part of the code Blazer. Once you've got that, come over here and interact with this pink lantern on the table in the living room. and that will give you the part of the code I'm with. Then come into come into the bathroom and then examine the mannequin to get a part of the code come to. And then come to the kitchen, examine the lava lamp, and you get the final piece, nightclub. And with that, you'll get a bit dialogue from B12 saying that now you can move on because you know where Clementine is. So once you jump to the window, just wait a minute, just see where they're sentinel this. And then once it turns around, now just retrace your steps back to the bottom. And once you get to the bottom, just after leaving the apartment block area, you should pop the trophy, assuming no sentinels have seen you at all since you reach the factory. Yeah, as you get here, there it is, Sneak Kitty. That trophy should pop there, like I said, assuming no sentinels have seen you since the factory, since going into the factory for the first time. If that don't pop, it's because one saw you. It just means you're going to have to come back in this chapter later. So in here, we're just making our way up to this window, where you'll find Alex from the nightclub. Talk to him and he'll let you in. I'm going to grab the strange drink, that yellow drink on the corner of the bar, this one here. Yeah, grab the strange drink and then come into this small little sort of, it's like a little cargo lift. Stand on it and it'll automatically take you down. Now once you get to the storeroom, you're going to get this memory in the middle, memory number 26. Yep, and then we're going to go back onto the little cargo lift to go back up in the club. Once you're back in the club, come to this table on the left in front of the bar and pick up the record on it. Yeah, just press triangle, pick it up, and then take it up to the DJ booth and place it on the free deck and then scratch it. Yeah, like Snoop Doggy style, Snoop Cat. And then come over here, talk to Fripp and give him the strange drink and he'll give you a lever handle. And then come over to here, to this broken lever, and place the lever handle onto it, and it will lower this sort of part of the hologram, and then you need to jump onto it. Now don't jump off like I did. I actually wasn't looking on the screen and didn't realise what I was doing. Yeah, you need to ride this to the top. We're almost at the end of this chapter. There's 2 more chapters left. The last chapter takes like 5 minutes. Yeah, so you ride this to the top, and you want to go into the control room for the skylights, and you want to press button number 3, this third one, and then press button number 1, and that should lower them all into the order, the formation you want to get across, and then follow them across into the window where the club owner is, that punk, and then head up the stairs to find Clementine and finish the chapter. Yeah, once you get into jail, you should get a trophy, Alcatraz. And then to break free, you have to just smash your cage by moving left and right. Swing it into the wall on the side of the pipe, and that'll break it. Jump out, come up here, and head into the main cell block. Yeah, once you find Clementine, you got to get a key for him, which you just kindly pointed to. Yeah, so just come in here, grab the key, and then take it back to him, and he'll unlock a few doors for you to go through and progress a little bit more. We're going to go and rescue our buddy now, B12. So yeah, once you get here, just make your way through the area. And 3B12, there's going to be a lever which will lower the force field. Because if you don't lower it, then red laser walls really hurt, you know. But luckily we don't have to do this bit without getting seen by a sentinel. So if you do get seen, don't worry about it. Just carry on if you can, and you may get lucky and get detected but still escape them. Yeah, so here's the lever, like I just got detected there. Yeah, to 3B12. Now you just need to get to him. Obviously be careful. The sentinels around him are on high alert. They're yellow. Yellow danger status. Yellow is not quite detected, but not quite not detected. It's like somewhere in the middle. Yeah, so grab B12 once it's safe to do so. pick him up by his antennas, and then sprint back to Momo. No, sorry, not Momo, Clementine. Yep, and then you can show him the good news. Look, we're family again. Me, you, B12. Yep, hack the panel. And then once you hack the panel in the next stream, you want to jump onto the wheelie bin and kick the bricks off. And then a Clementine will grab one and cause a bit of vandalism. Yeah, I think we're rubbing off on him. Yeah, he'll boost you up into this window, and you can go and pull the lever to let Clementine in. And then in the next area, we need to actually bait some sentinels into a cell and lock them in, because it's where they belong. Yeah, lock him in. That's it. Just lure him inside, then quickly go out and hack the terminal. Payback's a bitch. Yeah, once you locked him inside, Clementine should come and open the next gate. And in the next sort of alley, not the alley, but the sort of midsection between the two sort of sentinel patrolled areas, is your last memory that you're supposed to find yourself. Yeah, your last sort of a manual memory. There we go. That should be memory 27. Now all we need now is memory number 5, and that's story related. So now we've got to trap both these sentinels. Yeah, try not to get shot in the ass. It really hurts. Yeah, one shot, one kill. Yeah, if you do quit to main menu and then reload, just make sure any collectibles have saved. Badges, I haven't said this already. Badges are on your body, by the way, on the little garment. You know, little B12's holder. Yeah, the badges are on there. That's how you tell what badge you've got. You see the badges on the side of me? Pretty cool, eh? Obviously, memories from your inventory, as well as anything else. Except for the scratching. Scratching points are the difficult things. Yep, so I've got to trap them both aside. So yeah, I decided, because only one followed me, I decided to try and sort of lock him at that entrance, because they are a bit dumb sometimes. They don't realise there's another way in. Yep, and then I've gone and got the other one. And quickly do that. If you're having trouble keeping them in long enough, you could try and lock all of yourselves in, and then wait for them to de-aggro, and then leave and lock it again. But most of the time, just running in, luring them away from the door, and then quickly running out and closing the door is enough. Yeah, so just follow Clementine into the next area. You'll have to go through a little vent and open the door for him via a lever outside. And I'm going to come over here and scratch a tree. This is the only scratching point in this chapter, I think. Well, the one I've not found anymore, so it must be. Yeah, but then once you've scratched at the tree, obviously make sure you scratch for a few seconds. Come over here and scratch at the key stuck in the vehicle. And Clementine will get inside. Yeah, believe it or not, Clementine's got a driving licence. Well, you probably don't need one to drive these. Yep, so now we're just going to jump on the back of the vehicle, and we're going to jump over the fence that it reverses up to, and then we can go and find a lever and pull it to open the exit. You need to chase after Clementine now. And quickly jump on the back. Zigzag to try and avoid the lasers from the sentinels. Yeah, they hit you, it will kill you instantly. Yeah, so just try and avoid them the best you can by zigzagging like so. And eventually you'll catch up. Once he slows down a bit and realises he forgot you. And you can jump on the back, and this will take you into the final chapter. So to begin with, after leaving Clementine, you need to come down here, go through the subway, and back down here where we were much earlier in the game, and place a battery in the slot to power the subway. And we're going to go back up to the train, go to the front of the train. I'm going to use the train key, and it should start her up and take you to the control room. Yeah, a bit of a puzzle here, but it's it's quite an easy puzzle. So you're going to get the photocopier, turn him on, and bring him over here. And you're also going to interact with that terminal, which I just did on the right side of the door. Yeah, bring him here and leave him there, and examine this terminal. And then examine it a second time, and once the Q-bot's in place, this panel will open. And you need to quickly come over it, interact with it, and scratch it until the panel on the right of it turns blue. If it don't turn blue, it's because you weren't quick enough, and you have to go and activate the other panel again to reveal the circuitry, and then come back and scratch it again. But yeah, that should be your last scratch, and assuming it is, once you scratch it, you'll get the territory trophy. Come through here afterwards, and once you come through here, you're going to find, yes, story memory number 5. And as long as you got all memories, you should pop the trophy, I remember. Yeah, now it's got to do the control room puzzle. Yeah, so first interact with the front terminal at the far end. And then what we're going to do is going to turn on all the monitors on the central terminals. All you need to do is stand on the keyboard to do it. Just if you stand on it again, you'll deactivate them. So just make sure you leave them all activated. Yeah, just stand on the keyboard. Just do that to them all, and then there'll be another little cutscene. Next, we're going to jump up here, open this panel, and we're going to scratch the circuitry with our rubber paws. That's it, just scratch it all to break it, and then you can hack this machine here, and that will be one of the 3 machines we need to hack. And we're going to go into the opposite corner at the same end, and there'll be a sort of tool panel leaning against a small sort of cabinet. You're going to jump up on the cabinet and then push a panel over like so, and that will reveal an exposed circuitry beneath it. Again, you're just going to scratch it again with your claws. Just make sure you got rubber shoes on, and then hack this panel. That's another one, 2 out of 3, 1 left, and then that's pretty much the end of the game. Yeah, very quick last chapter. Yeah, come over to this one, scratch off the panel, and then scratch the circuitry, and then hack the machine above, and that will unlock the 3rd and final lock. Yeah, pick up B12 afterwards. Don't forget him like I did. I shouldn't have forgot about him so easily. Yeah, pick him up and then go and place him in that little panel there in front of the little holographic screen. And after a bit of dialogue, that will open the door. Open the massive blast door in the ceiling. At this point, that's it. You got like a literally like a 40-second epilogue. Yeah, just go back out the control room doors and down the first escalator, and you see a massive red blast door, and it'll begin to open upon your approach. City is now open. You can freely go and get a taco now, whatever you wish. Packet Skittles, Nando's. Yeah, I guess I want some Whiskas. Yeah, you go and get some Whiskas now, some Felix. Yeah, just wander out up to the surface, and that's pretty much the platinum. Yeah, all you've got to do now is sleep for 1 hour. Leave the game on idle for 1 hour. I shit you not. Such a weird trophy, because it actually makes a controller vibrate for 1 hour. So I don't think you can turn it off in game unless you obviously turn it off in the system settings. But yeah, if the controller goes dead, obviously the game will pause, so you have to make sure that you keep the game running and just go sleep for an hour. Yeah, pretty weird trophy when you can get all the others in like 2 hours, but the one where you do literally nothing takes an hour to get. But yeah, you get a trophy, guys. I am Speed. As for completing it in 2 hours. And Eye Opener, that's for opening the door and completing the game. Yeah, that's my final time. 1 hour 45 and 1 second. And then all we're going to do, we're going to go into chapter select and load the SLUMS part 2. Because I think this is a chapter with the bed closest to the start point. Yeah, that's why we're coming on here. So what we're going to do, yeah, SLUMS part 2. Yeah, just going to clean ourselves for like a few seconds. That's it. No, nice and clean. Ready to go and meet some foxy cat. Let's go meet a foxy pussy. Yeah, just come over to the TV for a bit of dialogue. And you can hack this panel. Open the window, jump out. And then jump onto the roof next to you in front. And there'll be 2 beds. They'll both be empty, so pick whatever. And yeah, just curl up. Yep, and go to sleep, guys. Yep, go to sleep and I'll wake you up in an hour. No, but you just got to literally just leave your controller now for 1 hour. Like I say, make sure your controller's got charge or it's on charge, so it controller doesn't go dead and it pauses the game. Yeah, just leave your game now for an hour. I know, what a weird trophy, but it is what it is until it isn't. So yeah, I'll see you in about 60 minutes. Yep, and it's about to pop. Yeah, this trophy, it may take... I've read a lot of people have said it, a lot of players have said it popped on like... actually like 1 hour, 4 minutes or 5 minutes. So yeah, it might take a few minutes longer. So just bear that in mind. But yeah, I left my console on idle and I went and did other things. So yeah, I could pretty much actually be productive while waiting for the trophy. Productive day. But yeah, once you've got that, that's a platinum. It's a shame we can't sleep at the start of the game, you know, before any of the trophies pop, because then this wouldn't sort of be on the total trophy time. So it only counts the time from popping the first trophy to popping the last one. And there it is, guys, platinum, all done. So that's it for my Stray Platinum guide. I hope it helped, guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.